Hey, water signs, water signs. It's your turn. You're always so patient, especially Pisces at that very end of the zodiac. And hello to the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. These are your messages for May, finally. And thank you for being patient with me as I've been doing them by element, because it has really helped to kind of break them up a little bit, just with the energy flow and, babble. It's okay. Don't have to worry about that part. Just let's find out what is happening with you in May and what messages there are for you for May, okay? And if you're here live, thank you. Feel free to chat with me about it. And if not, these readings are still for you for the entire month of May. Okay. And I'm just feeling into if there's any general messages. I'm getting for you water signs, it's about taking it easy in May. It's going to be about easing into things in May. They're just showing me like floating on water, like just, take things as easy as you can in May. They're like having me breathe more deeply, blow and flow. Maybe that's your mantra. Okay. So this is going to be for Cancer. Cancer first. And thank you again to everybody who's been posting up the timestamps. It's so great because when you post them in the comments, they're actually clickable. Take you right to the place in the video, which they're not when I post them in the details of the video. So it's really, really helpful. Thank you. Okay, so this is for Cancer. For May, what Spirit like Cancer to know in May? Starting with the 10 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this is about letting go and going with the flow. All those things that you've been carrying, that you've been taking on. It's like let go of anything that's not absolutely necessary for you personally to do, for you personally to carry. Cancer, it's time for you to let that go, to let that drop. Anything that can drop this month. Anything that you've been doing because it's like, well, I've always done this. And if I don't, it's, just going to be noticed. Let that go. Because you may find that it is not as big a deal as you feel it will be. You also may find that someone else will take up the slack. And you'll also definitely find that, just taking care of yourself is a lot more important than whatever that other thing is. And I'm not saying like shirk all your responsibilities. That's not what Spirit's saying. Wow. But it is about prioritizing and allowing Spirit to help you prioritize in May. Hey, Allegretta, and hey, Lee, how are you? Thanks for being here. So we are starting with Cancer, and this is really hard-hitting because you have that 10 of Wands. You also have the 10 of Swords. And in this deck, both of these are represented by these whales. These whales that are kind of so big and they've taken on so much. Cancer, you are strong and you're able, and therefore you've taken on a lot beyond what is right for you to take on. What's right to you, what's fair to you to take on, and you've done that. You've done it with grace, you've done it with seeming ease, but it has not been easy. Yep. It's like you've taken all 10 of these swords. See how you might think those swords don't even hurt that whale, but they do. The whale feels the sting. And it's time for all that to end, Cancer. Even though you're strong and even though you can take on a lot, does not mean that it's going to be right for you anymore. That time in your soul path where that was what, you were doing is ending. And now it's time for you to rest, to relax, to take it easy and have your time, okay? And you have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is about forging a new path and forging, very literally forging here, step by step, pinnacle by pinnacle. Okay, a new way. A new way, a new guided way. Okay. And you are going to be going by your guidance. Oh, thank you, Jen Huber, for the super chat. I think I'm going to need to send you half, right? Because, by the way, I would like to mention Jen and I do sessions together. Hey, Candy. And you can go to Arrow of Light Healing to check that out. So yeah, I'll send you back half. Thank you for the super chat. We're also going to be doing a live here really soon together so that we can do some readings. So this is about forging a new path. Now that you've put down these old burdens, Cancer, you're going to be forging new steps. Okay. Very deliberately. Very deliberately. Hey, Kimberly. We'll get to Scorpio in just a minute. We're on Cancer. Thank you for being here. Okay. So Cancer, next is strength. Okay. And I want to feel into this a little bit because there's a couple meanings I feel could be happening here as you're putting down these old burdens. Strength. Okay. Oh yeah. It's going to be, you tapping into, drawing from the divine strength within you, from from God, from the divine, flowing through your heart as you move into this new path. Because this Two of Pentacles is about you choosing this new way. And it's going to take strength. Because, of course, your default is to go back to just taking on the old. And let me assure you, people will continue to come to you, Cancer, in May and be like, you used to do this. You always do this. Here you go. And May is going to be the time where you're going to be going, oh, yeah, I don't do that anymore. And they'll be like, why? Who's going to do it? And you'll be like, I don't know. Just don't. There's no need to explain yourself. There's no need to justify. None. Just because you've done something to a certain point, Cancer, does not mean it's, you're not contractually obligated to continue. And that's what this strength card means with this Two of Pentacles. It's about you being strong within yourself and just very, very assuredly just saying, I'm just choosing not to do it that way anymore. Good luck, though. Yeah, you're really going to need to communicate this. This newfound prioritizing and this newfound respect for yourself that you're requiring to be reflected by others. Because this Knight of Swords is both people who are going to come at you going like, what do you mean you don't do it anymore? Who's supposed to do this? This isn't my problem. You've always taken care of this. Or this, because this is kind of an aggressive communication. Okay. Or this is you being like, look, I'm not doing it anymore. The sword's kind of slashing around. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, thank you for those beautiful words. That means so much to me. Thank you for being here. So Cancer, it is going to be time for you to really stand in that truth and I was going to say not be afraid to speak it. It's fine to be afraid, but just do it anyway. Okay, and you will be divinely supported in that. You will be divinely supported. You'll receive, like every time you hear yourself say, not today, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing this other thing. Every time you're going to receive a wave from the divine, from your guides of help, confirmation, a pat on the back. You're going to feel it. The pat on the back. Let me know how you feel that. Cancer. Oh my, how confirming. It's this selfhood card. It's all about taking care of yourself. It's time. It's time. And this is a message for several of the signs, but in different ways. And for you, Cancer, it is all about putting down those old burdens and reprioritizing how you're spending your time and energy and allowing others to and helping others to reflect that back to you respectfully. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Allegretta. Yeah. Okay. Goddess of Rage. Okay. There may be a little rage happening. And you have these lions too, which is representing the strength, like we had before, that strength, that divine strength that you're tapping into. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Allegretta, these themes in the Cancer reading may extend to the other signs. We'll see. But, you've taken on things for so long and you're just like, no more. No more. Not doing it anymore. And that may, that may unleash some rage. Just allow that to be expressed. Allow that to be felt and released. It doesn't mean you have to express it on someone, but, just released. If you do have to express it to someone with that Knight of Swords, just compassionately and kind of owning it. It's okay to say, you know what, our relationship and the things I've taken on and the way you handled it has illuminated things within me that need to be healed. Old, karmic things on my journey that need to be healed. Old things that my soul has been learning with this karma card that need to be healed and released. So thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I'm, ticked that I allowed myself to take on so much, that I kind of, hurt myself by doing that. But I also recognize it's part of my journey and I'm just not going to do it anymore. Okay. So use that rage for you. Don't allow it to come out in a way that encourages you more, difficult karma, right? So this is the Lenormand message for Cancer. The moon. Yeah. This is the time where a lot's going to be illuminated. Jen pointed out to me we have a new moon happening today. And the new moon is about, moving into what do you want to manifest next? What are you going to manifest with this next moon cycle? And, just like that Eight of Pentacles, you're forging your new way. So what does your new way look like? You've already seen all this illuminated within you. What does the new way look like? Okay. Use your intuition there. Ooh, this came really flipping out. It's a 5 for change, and it's the tree with this beautiful rainbow. And this is also talking about that new life. See how these golden orb things, each one has a word that I need to learn what they are. But these golden orb things are representing the different parts and aspects of your life and soul journey. And it's a lot like those 8 pentacles. It's that forging of the way, every aspect of your life, one at a time, okay? Taking you into this new place. You see all the birds in the tree? As you do this, those birds are representing the chatter. People are going to talk. People are going to be like, oh, what is going on with that Cancer? Like, all of a sudden, they just don't do this anymore and they don't do that anymore. And I don't know what's happening with them. That's okay. That's okay, because you are building this new life. You have the 2 herons here building this new nest. So this is telling me that someone gets it. Someone gets it. Someone gets you. And even if they have to go through an adjustment while you're shifting this way, they're willing to build with you or rebuild with you. Okay. So as you're redefining yourself, there is someone there who's supporting you in that. And is going to stay with you through that, or who's coming in because of that. Okay. All right. So the cardmancy message for May for Cancer. The 2 of Wands. Yes. This is all about coming into your soul-connected power. It's the 2 of Clubs, but this represents Wands. And it's about you stepping into your union with your soul, stepping in. So if before you were kind of, well, they're giving me the word betraying, betraying your soul, betraying yourself. At the very least, kind of, abandoning yourself at times, saying like, oh, why am I taking all this on for others? Well, they're more important than me, And now you're stepping into this fidelity with yourself, with your soul, and with the divine, saying, okay, I'm ready for the new life that's going to bring. I'm ready to move into that and take whatever it is that's going to come as a result of making that adjustment. But again, you're going to have support. You're going to have confirmation. So just, move with these changes in May. Practice practice every day bringing an awareness to everything you're doing and saying with people, is this in alignment with what's loving to me? Is this in alignment with my greatest good and highest purpose? Is this part of my new path that I've chosen where I'm not taking on old burdens, other people's burdens, and too much, and pain and things like that? Your divine energy oracle message, Cancer. Retreat. So May is going to be a very important time for you, Cancer, to take some time for you. I'm also feeling that with that moon card. It is going to be an important time just for you to get away, really reflect, allow things to be illuminated within yourself. It is important for you to get away so that you can get away from, those obligations, those things that you normally would take on. It's going to give you a new perspective. It's going to help you to prioritize. And you may even need to write down some kind of resolutions about what you're going to do and not do moving forward. I feel like you need like an accountability partner or something just to like make sure that you're true to yourself, And that may be that other heron with the nest. Just someone to kind of be like, you know what? I'm going to form some new habits this month that are good for me. Will you help me make sure that I'm not, taking on too much, or that I'm not doing this old stuff? All right. That might help. Or even just writing it down. Okay. So thank you, Cancer. That's really exciting for you. This is going, and this just flew out, this page of Pentacles. Yeah. I'm feeling this to be for you, Cancer. Yeah, you are, this is a new way. And just keep in mind, when you feel kind of overwhelmed, you see all these little foxes down here. When you feel kind of overwhelmed, like everyone else is just kind of doing their thing and you're just like in this, chaotic energy. Just look up. Your guidance is going to help recenter you. Your guidance is going to help you to step into this new life. Okay? It's going to be great. You're going to do great. Okay. The next is, cards are really flipping. I feel like, this is for Scorpio. Okay. So next is for Scorpio. Okay. For May. Messages for Scorpio. Starting with the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So you're going to be receiving things that are rightfully yours, receiving unexpected treasures in May. I'm seeing like unexpected little surprises. Just sort of, you're going to be finding things here and there where you're like, oh, that's delicious. That's nice. Just kind of discovering things here and there, Scorpio, that are like nice little kind of like Easter eggs from Spirit. Here and there, okay, throughout the month. Okay, for Scorpio. The Seven of Cups. I'm going to ask into this. This can be an energy of not showing how you are feeling, not showing that you're stressed. This is Seven of Cups. Thank you. Hey, Hanan. Good to see you. Okay. The Seven of Cups is clarified by the Fool. Ooh. So Scorpio, you're like super crafty. You are trying not to show just sort of how like woke you are. You're trying not to show just how aware you're becoming on your journey. Yeah. You had that Six of Pentacles. You're receiving all these gifts. You're going to see a ton of signs this month, Scorpio, and I'm getting that you're going to like be really on the down low with it. You're going to be like, like, okay, you're going to be having this relationship with Spirit where you're receiving all this and you're not going to be like showing it. You're going to be like, nope, everything's normal here. I'm not just like completely talking to Spirit all the time, but you will be. You just aren't going to be in a place where you're going to want to like talk about it a lot. You're going to be like, I'm doing fine. Because on some level, it might kind of freak you out a little, because you might be like, what does all this mean? What am I supposed to do with all this? And so you might be kind of like trying to poker face things. And then you have the Hangman. Yeah, because it's also going to feel this month like you might feel a little limited, Scorpio, in what you feel like you can do. with everything that's coming in. So you're going to get a lot of guidance, going to get a lot of gifts, and you may have this sense of like, I don't know what to do with all this. I have no idea. Like all this is coming in. I don't know what to do with it. I feel like my hands are tied. That's okay. That's okay. Just sort of observe it, take it in, and don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Scorpio, your cards are super flying out. So it's like your energy is really, really electric, but it's like you kind of want to control it. And you're just trying to kind of be like, I'm going to have to take a minute because I don't know what to do with all this. Guidance is coming in, all these like surprise things that are coming in. Like, what do I do with this? Like, is this like, am I supposed to just change my whole life? Am I supposed to like, go off and live in the Himalayas? Like, what am I supposed to do? Yes, Lee and Jennifer, thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you're just like, I don't know, I'm just trying to stay calm. I'm just trying to stay focused. And I laugh because like all this stuff that's coming in is really great. But of course, to the mind, to the self that kind of wants to be in control, and all of us do in some way. All of us do, those things in some way. But you, Scorpio, are kind of like, oh, this is freaking me out. What do I do with it in May? Okay, so yeah, when I just said like, some of you might be like, what do I do? Just like move off to the Himalayas and like leave my life. Some of you might be guided to do something like that. Maybe that's why it's kind of freaking you out a little bit, because some of your guidance may be like, you're supposed to get out of here. Like you're not supposed to stay here anymore in this life. Like, yes, you are supposed to just go. If it's guided and, anything you are supposed to move away from, anything you're guided to move away from, when it's guided, the divine will take care of it. So there is a difference between kind of abandoning or doing something irresponsible, and following that guidance and trusting that things will be taken care of. Now, will others see it that way? Maybe not. Maybe not. But that's okay because you're following the divine. You're not worried about what others see right now or ever again. Wow, you have this Knight of Cups. So you're moving forward, following your heart, allowing the stars to guide you. Allowing the stars to guide you. And the star formation here is the bear, which is about you moving into this power, you moving into this confidence, moving into your divine confidence that, yeah, whatever I'm being guided to do here is right. And that's why you needed that Queen of Swords moment, or why you will need it to kind of get focused to be like, well, what am I going to do here? Okay. And then when you're ready to move forward, you're just going to do it. Whatever that means to you. Okay, Scorpio. So you have God of Love. And in this deck, I really love it. It's the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine deck. And here he's got this rabbit that he's killed, which represents the ego, the mind that he's killed. And then this falcon is on his shoulder, representing that higher perspective, that wisdom. So it's choosing that higher perspective, that wisdom over the ego, over the mind, and moving forward in the courage of that love, that divine love, that love for yourself, that love with God, moving forward in that over what the mind, the ego, or any reflection of that in others would tell you. And you also have the guidance of wisdom. Wow. So the God of love and the goddess, I think I said guidance, but that's synchronistic. The guidance of wisdom, the goddess of wisdom. And here you have an owl, which is about that spirit knowledge, that deep, deep wisdom. And so much of your energy in your reading, Scorpio, is like that Queen of Swords, that quiet knowing, that resolve. Yeah. So you will, and this owl again is representing a lot of the signs you're going to be getting this month, those signs Spirit just communicating with you. So I'm really seeing May, Scorpio, as being a month where it is just you and Spirit, you and God, you and your higher self, you and your guides, just having this ongoing conversation, and Spirit sending in so many gifts that you're going to be like taking it all in, taking a minute, and then going, all right, I know exactly what I have to do. Wow. And just as I said that, Aries, the god of battle, comes out. So this with that Six of Swords does tell me that, you do go within. They keep showing me like Kill Bill with the, not that you're going to, nothing that drastic, but, with Uma Thurman, kind of that resolve and just like going forward, doing what she has to do, just kind of slash and burn, whatever you have to do, Scorpio. Following that guidance in your life, whatever dragons you have to slay, you will receive the divine help in doing that. Okay, let's see what the Norman message is for you, Scorpio. Okay. The wishing well. Beautiful. Yeah, so it's a new day. Your dreams or wishes are coming true. You will have clarity this month. I mean, it will be new. Like, it'll just be breaking, like the dawn, that clarity. It may take kind of all month to get there, but by the end of the month, you will have this dawning of clarity about what you need to do. Okay? And you will be given the strength divinely to climb any mountain that you need to climb. There is a sense, Scorpio, with you that, this guidance, everything you're going to receive is going to be kind of like a battle plan or a, climbing Mount Everest kind of thing. But you are being helped. You're not alone. And, this is about you moving into life that is right for you. There, you do have the Death card here and the Divine Feminine. That's really interesting. I'm going to need one more for clarification about this. This is okay. Clarification, please. Thank you for Scorpio. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm getting from this. In this card, this woman is waiting. You're not going to wait anymore. You're going to be carried swiftly forward. There's something this month, Scorpio, where, yeah, and Jennifer, you're just saying, I'm so lost, I don't know what to do. Yes, there's something this month, Scorpio, and in this communication with the divine and these signs you're going to see and these gifts you're going to receive, it's an end to the waiting. It's just over. You're like, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not putting myself through this anymore. With that Six of Swords, you're just like, I'm moving on. And you're being carried forward over any obstacles, over any mountains like we saw. You're being carried forward, okay? So you're done sitting and waiting in any sense that you were doing that. With that being a feminine energy, yeah. Even if you're a male, whatever you were in your feminine energy about, I'm just kind of hanging out about. It's going to end, and you're gonna move into this realization of why you were holding yourself back, waiting, and then moving forward. Okay, so this is the Cardamancy message for Scorpio. Thank you. Wow, Queen of Spades. Yeah. So this is echoing that Queen of Swords energy. Again, Uma Thurman, Kill Bill, like no more. No more. You may have quietly been waiting, quietly been just sort of, okay, just a little while longer, whatever this is for you. And then in May, you're going to receive so much confirmation, signs, guidance, gifts from the divine that it's just like, nope, that's over. That is done. I'm going to be loving myself. Yep. I'm going to be moving forward in this. Yep. Kimberly, realizing, I've done nothing wrong. Yes. I'm going to release that pain, move forward. Okay. Absolutely. And this is the Divine Energy Oracle message for Scorpio. It's a wake-up call, yeah. So this is very consistent with the rest of the reading for you, Scorpio. You're going to be getting a lot of this in May. You know, the wonderful part is that it is the divine, you know, saying, come this way. You know, there's something better for you. There's something better for you. Beautiful, okay? Yes. Okay, so finally, Pisces. All right. Pisces, patient Pisces. Death is flying out. Let's see what this transition is. Okay. This is for Pisces for May. Justice. Justice. Things are weighing out. Things are being divinely handled. Things that have been weighing on your heart for a long time are your heart is going to feel lighter, Pisces, in May, because you are going to receive, you're going to see in May how things are being handled. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it happening. You're going to feel that justice thing. You're going to get some kind of news or something, Pisces, where you're like, okay, that feels good. That feels like right to my heart. And some things you've been carrying, you won't be carrying as heavily anymore, okay? Also for Pisces, that Seven of Cups, which keeps coming out. Taking on too much because you, now Seven of Cups typically in the traditional tarot is about, you know, different dreams, different things you're aligning with, manifesting. And sometimes it can be indecisiveness. And in this deck, it's really about sort of carrying on for appearance's sake. Carrying on for appearance's sake. So where might you be doing that, Pisces? I'm going to ask for clarification for this. Seven of Cups. Thank you. Okay. You might be, you know the truth, or in May, you're going to clearly know the truth with this Ace of Swords. But you may not want to, it's the kind of thing where you aren't wanting to challenge appearances with the truth. Okay. I'm just getting like you're like, you know the truth, but you're like, you can't handle the truth. Whoever you are, whoever they are, it's like they can't handle the truth. Okay. So I'm going to continue to, you know, keep it to myself a bit. Oh, but Page of Swords. Page of Swords and Hermit. Let me ask for some clarification here. Yeah, Allegretta, definitely. I'm going to ask for some clarification here with this Page of Swords and Hermit. It's the Two of Cups, of course. The Page of Swords comes out. Page of Swords is about someone kind of watching you, but not letting you know they're watching you. And this can be, you know, energetically just being tuned into you, Pisces. And, you know, this does have to do with the soul connection. And it's with the Hermit. So either you've been in a hermit mode where you're holding the light up within yourself and you're kind of going within. And like I said, with this truth, you're like keeping the truth to yourself, or this could be someone else. But they are paying attention to you. And there is this connection. Okay, I'm going to ask for a little more here for Pisces. Thank you. Okay, Six of Wands. This is about success, abundance, victory. I'm going to ask for a little more clarification about this Page of Swords, Two of Cups, Six of Wands. You know, it's interesting. You got that Seven of Cups and I got it to be sort of obscuring the truth. And in your reading, Pisces, I'm just kind of getting this sort of scrambled signal. So, okay, I'm just going to take a deep breath. We're going to clear that energy of sort of not wanting to see the truth, or someone not wanting to see the truth, or wanting you to see the truth. So just sort of take a breath now, Pisces, and just release that, with the intention of just seeing the truth in the energies here. Okay. All right, so let's see what comes out now for Pisces. Wow. So now it's the King of Swords, who's all about the truth, and the Lovers. Okay, Pisces, there's some complicated love stuff happening with you with this Two of Cups. And yes, it's Pisces, Denise, and this will be posted afterwards, so you can go back and see the beginning. But this Lovers card and the Two of Cups, Pisces, this is talking about, especially with this King of Swords, it's like there's been some difficult truths. And someone in this connection, someone in this relationship is just having a very hard time facing truths. And that, that can just mean the truth of what it is to actually be together, the truth of what it is to actually, be in a relationship with this Lovers card. Because you have this kind of Darth Vader-y looking King of Swords. And, there's a mask. This King of Swords wants to wield a bunch of, truth, cutting things, but maybe not look at the truth of themselves. And someone in this reading, Pisces, whether it's you or the person on the other end of this connection, someone is definitely obscuring truth. And this can even just mean the truth of the depth of your feelings. It doesn't have to be some shady truth. It's just sort of the truth of this is how I feel. Being vulnerable. What I'm not seeing in this spread, Pisces, is any vulnerability. I'm seeing a bunch of protectiveness. I'm seeing a bunch of swords, which are thought. And I'm just not seeing a lot of openness and vulnerability. So I am going to ask for something around that. But you also do have, I want to point out, this Ten of Pentacles, which is very beautiful. You had that Six of Wands success card. You have this card. So you're being led, Pisces, into something very successful and beautiful in the long term. This is about sort of being able to kick back, relax, enjoy life, be surrounded by love, be surrounded by abundance. Be free emotionally, just kind of flowing. So this is really wonderful. It's just that there's that kind of truth barrier standing in the way for you, Pisces. So I would say, what is the guidance for Pisces around this? What's the guidance for Pisces around this truth issue in May? Okay. Well, it's death, which tried to fly out in the beginning of your reading. Those swords have to be put down. That resistance or reluctance to see the truth, whoever's got that needs to be put down. And if it's someone else other than you, Pisces, then the most effective thing you can do is not sort of go to them and be like, you have to tell the truth, but go to them in vulnerability, being truthful with yourself, loving with yourself, and just, allow those old protections to die away, because they're not serving anyone anymore. And they're not moving you forward. So any other guidance here for Pisces in this? Thank you. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there's a guardedness here. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is about reaping your harvest. It's about, receiving the rewards, your manifestations. But here it's like the raccoons are kind of squirreling things away. So I'm just getting, something being a barrier or something making you hesitate in moving forward into all that manifestation. So it's just time to reflect on that. Time to reflect on that. Okay, Pisces. So we're going to see what the Lenormand message is for Pisces. I hope you'll let me know how that resonates. It's very intriguing. Okay. Lenormand message for Pisces. Yeah, the cage needs to be opened. And the key is love, vulnerability, purity, this red rose, passion, and, really being open, vulnerable, truthful about and with yourself. That's going to move you into this freedom. There's a lot in your spread, Pisces, about moving out of, this locked up feeling, this very restricted feeling. And in order to do that, it will be important that you allow things to be illuminated, things to be brought to light. Yes, Allegretta, perfect. Opening the heart, being vulnerable, expressing yourself from that place. And it is a shift. It is a shift, just like dropping the defenses, okay? It's going to be really important this month. Moving more into the intuition. This is coming out twice. So I'm going to ask for more clarification about this moon. This is a new moon day today. Okay, watch for the signs. This is a new moon day. We're in a new moon energy. So this is about manifesting. Okay, you're going to be shown signs. I'm just feeling more into this. Look for the signs. I'm going to ask for a little more clarification here for Pisces. Ooh. Okay, so this is love. This is romantic love. The moon and the signs. Okay, so turn this over to your guides. You got a lot of messages, more than any other sign, Pisces, about love, truth in love. So what this is telling me, and this is romance specifically. So what this is telling me, Pisces, is that there are places where the connection needs to move more into truth, needs to move more into openness in order for this to happen. Okay, that's why you're being shown that, pay attention to the signs. Allow the moon to illuminate what hasn't been shown. It's very important that you see the truth and not the illusion any longer when it has to do with this connection. Okay? And then the Cartomancy message for Pisces. Queen of Hearts. Man, there's a lot of love energy in your reading, Pisces. So the Queen of Hearts is about self-love. And, what I'm feeling here, yeah, nice point, Hanan. This is like the feminine in that heart energy, with the King of Swords being, that sort of truth energy, that sincerity. Although in, this deck, in that deck, the King of Swords is pretty, I don't know, it's kind of defensive. But what I'm getting here is that it's time, Pisces, for you to shift into an awareness more deeply into an awareness that lover's connection, that Two of Cups connection, can only be a reflection of the love you're giving yourself, can only be a reflection of what's within you. So it's very important to be that love that you're hoping to see reflected, that you're wanting to see reflected, to embody that energy. And the only way to do that is by loving yourself, by allowing the divine to, flow in that love, and by being vulnerable and open and receiving it. Okay. Because what I'm getting for you, Pisces, is you may have been focusing a lot on the other end of this connection. And that has just put you in the mind more and more, put the other person more and more in the mind, and created more and more barriers to the truth, which is in the heart. Okay, I hope that resonates. I hope that makes sense. So this is the divine energy message for Pisces. Okay. Yep. Laugh at your demons. So, there was a lot of sword energy in your reading. There was a lot of mental energy. And that's where these things live. That's this negative energy that can hold us back it dwells in the mind. So this spread is really about moving more and more and more into the heart, more and more into the openness, and laughing in a way of, staying in that high vibration, not getting in the vibration of the mind, um, you know, not being in that negative kind of defensive, protective energy. And if someone on the other end of the connection is doing that, then just not engaging in that, but just sort of laughing that off, being high vibration, and being kind to yourself, loving yourself. Okay. Thank you, Candy. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm just going to pull one more message for you, Pisces. I feel like you might need an extra message, and this is what Spirit's wanting to give you. Okay. Oh, there it is. That's Queen of Hearts message. Love yourself. And I know it can sound trite, when we say this over and over again about loving yourself, but truly, when you do give yourself the gifts, when you do allow those gifts to come in divinely, when you do feel loved and sustained, within yourself and with the divine, when you release the need to receive that from someone else, to extract that from someone else, that's when it can come in from someone else. That's when it can be reflected by someone else. Okay, that is the truth. So beautiful message to end on for May. And thank you for being here. And we'll connect again soon. And I hope you have a beautiful month. Bye.